Butter chicken is at the top.
Wait, no, we should answer this.
I feel like Ian should do an introduction to the episode.
Oh, thank you very much.
Are we live?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the It's Always Saturday podcast, because when you're with the boys, it's always Saturday. And sometimes, even when you're not with the boys, it's still Saturday. I hate the coronavirus.
It's wild these days. So, to go back to... So, Bobby, what is the metric of Indianness, which you are referring to with butter chicken and their TikToks?
Like, on the scale of, like, Indian things, just, like, good or bad, where does butter chicken rank, and where do Indian TikToks rank?
Like, there's, like, this, like, balance of, like, Indian good and evil.
On, like, a scale of 1 to 10, I can tell you right now that Indian TikTok ranks 11. Because, have you seen that stuff? It's so funny.
It's pretty wild.
It is so wild. I love it so much.
Have you guys seen the one? Oh, Caleb, you can go.
And butter chicken as a food, I love it. I'd have to say it ranks. Have you had camp butter chicken?
Camp butter chicken's pretty good, bro.
It's so good. You get that stuff out of a box and it tastes so good.
I'll tell you, camp butter chicken is good. But have you ever had butter chicken from New Asian Village?
Yes. Gosh.
It is fire.
I think I have had it before, but I can't quite recall.
I've been to New Asian Village twice, and the last time was like over a year ago, and ever since then, if like I'm going over supper with my family, they're like, "Where should we go?" The first place I drop is always New Asian Village, but they're just like, oh, "No," and I just get so mad. So mad.
Yeah.
The rage activates. You pick up your family and you take them to New Asian Village.
Destroy the car.
Single-handedly carries his entire family. In the vehicle. He lifts up the entire car and carries it there.
POV, you are Bobby's family.
Have you guys seen that one Indian TikTok that's like that one guy that you see in all of them? The one who
with
does
the face?
Yeah, with the face.
Oh, God.
He's like standing there with his friend and like this like line of people, and all the people are coughing because like they have the coronavirus. And so they like walk up to this guy, and he like grabs their hand, steps on their foot, and like does the face, and the music plays, and they're like cured of the coronavirus. And each person that he does, there's a tally at the top, and it's like 1 for Joe Corona, 0 for coronavirus, 2 for Corona, 0 for coronavirus. It's so good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Wow.
Bro, we're thriving with that. That's horrendous.
Caleb done messed up.
Oh, Caleb's out.
Caleb's just out in purple.
Man's done messed up and accidentally pressed don't rotate instead of do not disturb.
Perpendicular boy.
Mans was halfway through moving to Australia.
I love being upside down. What you mean?
Caleb, we have a question for you. If you were to assault someone, would you do it in a green onesie or a purple onesie?
Well, you already know what my favorite color is.
I don't.
Blue, obviously.
Really? You don't remember?
I forget.
Fake fan. My favorite color is purple. So, like...
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
All the EBOYS like purple. Come on, Ian. Oh, fuck. Bobby's going.
But, there's also...
Oh, Bobby. I thought Bobby left the chat.
Bobby, you're the only green gang. What are you doing?
Was green gang.
Well, you see,
you're on the wrong side of history.
I was looking at my heart and I was looking at my mind, and my heart is with Green Gang, but my mind's with Purple Gang. I gotta go with the... I do have a bright green chair still.
Oh shit.
POV, you're Spencer, who just said he's with Purple Gang.
I should stop doing this, because all I can see right now is Spencer.
And the rage just increases because I'm a defector. Speaking of defecting, did y'all hear about what happened? Have y'all heard about what happened with motherfucking Kim Jong-un, They cracked the
Yeah.
code.
Yeah.
Bro, he
Oh.
pulled the hardest
He
The
pulled a
hardest
bamboozle.
prank
Pulled a
ever.
bamboozle.
He got us. He got us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
we got it. Like, bro, that is like that's the best prank I've ever seen. Like,
Bobby's turning.
I'm trying to fix that. I can still only see Spencer. I'm so dumb.
You guys gotta tap on something. But
Get
yeah,
figured out. Crack
that's
the code.
so genius. That he's like, if I died, who would try to take power if I died? Time to die and find out.
This reminds me of a story I heard. This one guy, he faked his own death. Saw that his wife, who was like beating like throughout their entire marriage, saw that his wife didn't cry at his fake funeral, and he proceeded to just start beating her with like a broom or something because she wasn't crying.
That's fucking terrible.
I mean,
What?
like,
Is it illegal to fake your own death?
This is like ages ago.
Hmm.
So like this was before modern law.
You guys gotta do some research. Ooh.
which is the one where if your husband dies before you do, you're supposed to like throw yourself on a fire or something?
that's just everyday life.
That's you if you try not to give me attention for 5 seconds.
Okay.
At least that better be what you're doing.
It's median always.
Okay, Caleb. Okay, my quarantine question today. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the quarantine question was, how big/thick is too big/thick in like reference to bodily proportions? And it was kind of like, when does it go from like, ooh, that's nice, to that's disgusting? And Caleb's response, Caleb, do you want to tell them what she said?
Oh, I said the only thing I'm attracted to is you.
I like that Ian's a thing. I feel like that suits him well.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
honestly,
well, I did some research. So apparently, the thing says, if you want to evade taxes, if you want to defraud the court by evading a court order, if your design is to escape some sort of consequence that you are legally bound to, then it would be illegal to fake your own death. So I think in general, if you just convince a lot of people that you die for whatever reason, so long as it is not to evade some kind of legal consequence, it is totally fine.
Boys,
That is what you like to hear.
hey,
have you guys seen the movie Six Underground, the Netflix one with Ryan Reynolds?
I have not. You've talked about, I remember you bringing this up to me before. What is Six Underground?
So it's about this guy who's a billionaire, and he goes to like some like third world country that's like war torn, and he like takes like the classic like celebrity pictures where it's like, these pictures make it look like I'm helping, but I'm not, and then just like,
Oh, yeah.
honestly, like he actually donated like a whole bunch of money, but basically after that he like faked his own death, and then he found a bunch of other people who also were fed up with the system and faked their own death. And so then now there's 6 of them, and they don't know each other's names, they only know each other's numbers. And so they basically like go around the world taking out like corrupt governments and corrupt like people. It's so cool.
That's kind of... Imagine just being rich, and I think Elon Musk, I wouldn't put it past him doing that.
Bro, his
They
name being
did
his
after a
son's
letter.
name being Kyle.
Yeah.
Like spelled like the
Yeah,
worst way
God,
to
the
get
code,
everything.
the code.
Dude, it's the Da Vinci Code.
Oh yeah, also, I realized that we introduced the episode, forgot to introduce ourselves, so we can go around the circle. I'm Spencer, Gamerboy69 is what they call me in the streets.
Wow.
yeah, Spencer. I can only see him, which I'm not too.
You still haven't.
He's still trapped on only me.
Yeah, because I mean he's like some eye candy, but
I think he just double tapped his screen.
Bro.
Tech wizard.
Yeah, this is why I'm going into IT, boys.
So yeah, well, so that was Bobby cracking the code. We got Caleb, the IT wizard, and We got our lead host
E-boy
Ian Hall
number
below me.
40,000.
I think I'll go by Ian Hall, the inanimate object.
The inanimate object, the thing.
That's just how you wish to be viewed.
Just as purely a thing, nothing else.
Somebody's just
call me by my real name.
Somebody's
E-boy
just putting the
number
no don't touch
400,069.
me there song in the chat.
Okay,
Whoa.
well,
Just over and over. It's really funny.
We got some
Ooh.
Okay.
viewers right now.
if Ian is gonna be an
Who would
inanimate
be?
object, can I be Ian Hall, the second version of Ian?
Can you be the real Ian Hall, the one that isn't inanimate? Is that what you
Yeah.
said? Bobby, also known as the actual Ian Hall, not the inanimate one, and then we got the inanimate one.
Yeah, honestly.
Real
Okay.
gamer hours.
It is real gamer hours. Real gamer hours.
Oh, I'm gonna put little overlays on top that says our name because I can do that while we're streaming
Ooh,
now.
that's epic.
I
Whoa.
know. Oh.
Technological shite.
Dang, I lost my water bottle.
Gonna
Homeboy.
cry.
What about water bottle?
Gonna cry.
Cry.
Piss your pants, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe shit and comb.
You know who I would really like to see cry and piss his pants?
Who?
Greg.
Greg Heffley.
He still pisses me off so bad. I
Dude,
hate him.
he is the definition of simp.
Can he be
True.
the unanimous #1 enemy of the podcast?
Craig Heffley? Yes.
Bro, he's a trash person.
Bro, we should find the actor that played Greg Heffley in that movie, get him on the podcast, and just assault him.
No, I don't recommend doing that.
I don't see the problem personally. I'm fully in favor of this.
I know him. It's Zach Gordon.
Of course you know it, Bobby.
Oh, you know the actor by
I'm
name.
hunting it down for years, waiting for the right time to strike.
Bobby's just been waiting for somebody else to suggest this so it can be like, I might also have his address. Not to be weird, guys,
may or
but
may not
I
be.
can track him in several minutes.
I feel like Diary of a Wimpy Kid is social commentary on how to be hated by the entire world. Because
You know,
honestly,
I can see that. Like,
because I remember, because I've been researching this guy. So there was this Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, and it was behind the scenes of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. And they were talking about how in certain situations, like the one that I mentioned on the podcast before, I went on like legendary rant that how Greg Heffley was like he ditched Rowley when he was supposed to be walking the kids. They were talking about that, and they were like, yeah, we were trying to make it so that you would like basically be like, oh, you got to face the consequences for your actions, but also root for him at the same time. And I'm like, I'm not rooting for him. I'm rooting for a root canal without anesthetic.
Jesus Christ, Bobby.
This is some pent up.
yes. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say he needs to be lynched because I said that last time, but like he does, and I'm just like he's such a generic like John Doe Lego man like bitch.
Bro, you best not be talking shit about the Lego Men, right?
Yeah,
You
you
know, Lego
better not be
Men
talking about the Lego
fire.
movie that way, I swear.
No, I'm not saying that. But have you seen that movie where it's like where it's like the generic Lego man, and it's like everyone, and it's like just listing off these personality traits that everyone has? That's him.
Uh-huh.
But not in personality, because no one is as horrible in the soul as he is. But some people like just he should be the Satan himself.
That's I feel like that's a fair assessment.
Okay, I got a serious question though.
All right.
I feel like I don't actually know if this is true. Did we have a disability?
What?
What?
You cut
Did
out.
Rowley have a disability?
Oh, he for sure, definitely. Like, this isn't like confirmed, but this man was 100% like high functioning autism.
Okay,
It's
you
kind of
I don't think that was in the lore.
Okay,
This is my headcanon, okay? Look.
are you talking about Greg Heffley? Because I just heard the word disability.
No, with Rowley.
No.
Like he was very friendly.
No, not just like, just kind of like the things he did too. We're talking about Rowley, Bobby, and if he has a disability.
Yeah.
Rowley's a good dude. I hate the fact that
Dude, he is the definition of Chad. He was getting a woman just because he had a broken arm.
Yes.
True.
Yes.
Didn't Greg Heffley
Like-
pretend to injure himself as well just to get attention?
Exactly, making him a
He's a simp. He's a
Simp.
Greg.
I feel like, okay, this is something I actually want to talk about. I remember this. I didn't actually have any notes in it, but throughout like today, I was like thinking, right? But what I want to say is the word simp from like when it was first like popularized versus now has been totally twisted. And like people, like anyone who shows any human decency just gets called a simp, and it's like, wow, this has been totally corrupted by retard Instagram and Reddit.
It's not even decency. I was playing a game with Ian and I was like, hey, my girlfriend's calling. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm just gonna go talk with her for a little. He's like, you fucking simp! Simp!
It's his own girlfriend.
Wait.
It's like, I'm just calling my girlfriend for like an hour and I'm a simp now.
Is Mr.
Ridiculous.
have no rights talking about human?
Yeah. What? Bro, Caleb, I don't even know how you can talk about that. Literally, I sent a video into the group chat today, into the Toe Suckers group chat. That was like this one guy just absolutely beating the fuck out of this other guy. And I'm like, Caleb to someone when they say women have rights. And he
No, but I'm always known for saying, what was the first thing I said when I got on the podcast last time I got on? Women have no rights.
Yeah, but okay, that's
it's totally the opposite of my entire like personality and everything. And you said it was me. It made no sense.
Okay, but that's your character. You gotta uphold that character. You can't come on here like break rules. You gotta play your character. You can't.
No. I'm saying showing human decency is different from admitting that someone, whether they have rights.
Admitting that women don't have rights, obviously.
Exactly. Showing human decency is just being decent. Whether that person has rights or not is a whole totally different thing.
I don't think Caleb thinks that women are human.
No, women are a government experiment, actually.
They're like pigeons.
They're like
what?
I said,
Pigeons.
Yeah, they're like the birds. They're the birds.
Guys,
Exactly.
Birds
They are
on
the birds.
the quarantine is all just a ploy so they can change the batteries in the birds.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't seen many
I don't
birds
think
around.
it's that. I think that because the birds are like the robots, so they can just sit on the power lines to charge. That's why they do that.
Oh, dude, it's like wireless charging almost.
Bro, I need
But like more high tech.
Okay, so then, because obviously the lockdown is not for Corona because that's a government conspiracy. What's the lockdown for, Bobby?
I don't know. Give people free time.
Bro, they were just like, y'all are boring as fuck. You guys need hobbies. You just be on your phones eating hot chip. Like, build a table, do something.
Ian
You guys get like a few
and why?
months.
You know what? Bro, that one party that we had where Spencer was like, eat the hot chip, and I ate the hot chip, and literally the only interaction that I had with Spencer for the rest of the night was eat hot chip and lie. And
Well, we were both like reasonably sauced, so every time I saw you, I'd look you in the eyes and go, eat hot chip and lie.
Yo, after Saturday, I
Okay.
get stopped. The cops won't be able to do anything about it.
I think there's a question for Ian in the chat. Have you ever seen a boob and then OMG you ate a hot chip? And then they corrected boob to tit.
And then some.
So they're referring to the bird.
Said women need to sit on power lines to charge too. That is exactly correct.
That's why they go to the bathroom together, is so they can maximize the charging when they go to dock at the charging stations.
Women's bathrooms have charging stations.
True.
Stock up on the power.
But yeah, the question I believe was addressed at you.
what question? I wasn't listening.
Do you think that women go to charge in the bathroom? That's why they go together so they can go charge.
Yo, What if you're
Charge their phone.
Is there a hot chip supply center in every women's bathroom? The answer the lads cannot answer.
The original question here says, so have you seen a boob or no?
They are getting quite passionate.
Yeah, have you seen a titty?
Oh, I have, yeah, why?
I don't know, that was just a question.
Guys, I'm gonna end the stream. That's...
TOS.
Who's asking that question?
Someone named Sarah85. And then Emma says, so none of you have seen a boob.
Correct, they're an elusive creature.
They are.
I've
hard to find in the wild.
Truly.
Yo, what if urinals are male power dumping stations and it gets transferred to female power that they can like charge up for on the restrooms?
Hot chip is it.
I need about 10 minutes to process what Bobby just fucking said. That was a lot.
That was a
holy
bomb.
Shit.
Yo, more page my head quicker for these ideas.
God damn. Fuck.
Big brain time.
Women steal our money and our power.
That's
God damn. I can't believe that Elon Musk's kid is named Kyle. That's so disappointing.
That's why you should never on a woman, because you're just charging them.
Someone says your girlfriends are so lucky. Bold of you to assume we're all in relationships.
Yeah, what do you...
Well, Ian and Caleb have been together for years.
Yes,
so
exactly.
as them being each other's girlfriends, they are very lucky.
Before
I like
time itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before time began, I was just in Caleb's ass.
Their names previously were Adam and Steve. There was a typo when they printed their biography.
I cannot believe you knew that. Just reading through the lines.
I got the main book right over there. I've whipped it out many a time.
You do the Lego Bible. I want one so bad.
I bought it I got it at an airport in Florida 8 years ago. I don't know if it's still a thing.
You gotta love Florida.
I'm gonna see if they're still even available, and if so, how much they cost.
Oh, I got a friend in Florida. I'm about to ask him if he can get one for me.
Be like, homie, send me a Bible in the mail.
Yeah, for real.
You can't do that because if he's in Florida, he's retarded.
There's a set?
That is also true.
There's two!
There's a set?
What? Oh god. Oh
Spencer,
god.
your set is incomplete.
There's
Chat called us Menonists, and I would like to disagree with that because
what is
Menonists are a Menonist is like the opposite of a feminist.
Fuck, I don't have the New Testament brick Bible. I don't have the New Testament.
We should get it together.
I only got the old one. Damn it.
Bro, who called us Menonists?
I don't know, but
tell them they're wrong. I dare you.
I don't.
They seem.
Lads, I can order 3 sets of the hardcover of the complete set of the brick Bible. It's $90.
I will pay you for one.
Bruh, I remember there was a time where I was trying to like explore religion and see how I like it, and I was like, oh, I like Lego as well, so I picked up the brick Bible. I read the whole thing, and by the end I was like, damn, they didn't mention Jesus in there once. That's wild.
Bro,
and I was like, fuck, it's the old one.
Bro,
I would like to correct myself. Chat didn't call us Menonists. They asked if we were. Sorry. I am illiterate and read that wrong.
What is a Menonist?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Oh, okay.
Well, I heard someone say it was the opposite.
So somebody who advocates for less women's rights is my assumption.
Oh.
Yeah, but like
I think there's been 2 things that have destroyed.
Here it is. Here we go. A Menonist is someone who believes men are victimized by feminism, and that attention needs to be called to what they believe are the struggles of being a man in the 21st century.
I think the
Well,
two worst things that have happened in history
victimized
is
by
the Industrial
feminism.
Revolution and giving women the right to vote. Two worst things that have ever happened.
Two worst things that have ever happened.
Yeah, modern industry and women.
I kind of like modern industry. I gotta.
Oh, but women you're iffy
vote.
about. Women, there's a little more question.
Yo, what I was gonna
women
say.
don't exist.
They're just
So,
bigger
see,
pigeons.
That point's totally moot because they don't exist.
Shut up, band kid.
I'm definitely not a band kid. Never
You
was.
do have hard band kid energy. Let's be real.
Bro, what I was gonna say was
I hate that.
Spencer was trying to explore religion and Lego. So to get his experience with religion, he was gonna straight up build Israel out of Lego.
Yeah, that's why the Israeli state expanded so much in Palestine. Because I went there with my Lego and I built the fucking border and I expanded it out every day.
Spencer just stands there yelling at people holding the brick Bible, and he's just like, "This is the word!" Oh my god, my voice cracked.
I thought that was planned. That's amazing, Bob.
I was like, damn.
Man's got the high notes.
Now I have that horrific search in my Google search. Yucky.
I have a search, is it legal to fake your own death in mine? I feel like the weight there's a little different. Damn. Tax evasion. I don't see the problem.
Okay.
Ian, are you okay?
That's going wild.
Okay, if you
You
don't
just
pay,
have enough Vietnam flashback.
Ian.
they'll just give you more taxes. And then if you,
Ian. Did Ian mute us? Ian. Can somebody text
Boy.
Ian? I'm gonna call Ian. Why is Ian just
Bro.
dead?
bro, he died in real life.
What the fuck? I don't.
No one say anything. No one say anything.
No, I'm calling him.
No one said anything. He could be muted the entire time.
Ian?
What is good?
What the fuck? Why are you just quiet? You weren't responding to us.
Because I'm trying to do something.
Can you not do it when we're trying to do a show?
No, because I have to do it right now because people are getting mad at me.
What
I'm
if
trying to
people-
fix it.
Well, Ian,
Who's
well,
getting
share
mad
with
at
us.
you?
What's the struggles going on in your life right now?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get what you guys say to come through my head, but what I say to go through the mic.
Ah, okay. Because, yeah, we did try those headphones before, and they do got the dookie audio.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, you know what? I'll leave you to it, comrade. We can just chat for a little.
Okay.
It was good talking with you.
Yeah.
Big business moves. Epic plays.
Making
God.
moves, making.
Sarah's
million
very
dollars.
focused on the boob.
I know.
Oh.
I don't know
I have
who this
two
is,
of them.
but they are
Wanna
they are
see?
so
Bobby,
focused
you
on
need to stop showing your tits on stream. Actually, I was so frightened when you did. I checked terms of service, and it is okay to show male nipple. But I was like, fuck.
But no female nipple? What the heck?
Yo,
Caleb, you horny fuck. Jesus Christ.
No,
You
definitely
banned
not. I'm the
kid
opposite.
energy.
I'll be real.
No woman
I'll be
nipple
real.
tips,
I am-
Fedora.
I am at the most unsexual part of my entire life I've ever felt.
Can
Caleb,
you guys hear me?
We can
Yes.
hear you.
Okay.
Caleb is the type of dude to like unironically say that he has sex with men because to assert dominance, while people who have sex with women can't handle real men.
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, you can be
Bobby's
with
a
homies
real
as
man.
long as it ain't gay. It ain't gay if it's with the homies.
Exactly.
That's what Ian tells Butler every night before they bone.
Exactly. Can you guys still hear me good? I just want to.
Oh yeah, it's still the good mic audio. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Also, we have somebody defending you in chat, Ian. Somebody called us all incels, and Sarah's like, "Leave Ian alone. He's the cool one. He's probably seen a boob."
Who's Sarah?
I don't know, but I wonder if it's my friend Sarah. Probably not.
That would be epic.
I appreciate the designation as the cool one. I'd say that's.
Oh yeah.
I think that's incorrect.
Do you know how?
Yeah?
We got 2 gamer chairs in chat. That's so. Me and Caleb are joint last. Certainly.
Yeah.
That part's not
Hey,
disputed.
bro, Bro, I'm in a recliner right now.
That's true. Bobby is in like a fucking home theater big recliner.
I
Hey,
have an
bro.
Adidas hat on.
Adidas?
Okay.
Bro, that means you're branded. You're a corporate stooge. You've fallen
I
victim to
am.
capitalism.
That's what, bro. I am capitalism.
You take that label
Yo,
off the hat, it drops at $30.
yo, I'm
I just
just
read chat.
I'm just saying, you talk about how much you hate so much, you probably really like.
Why does this keep
I
coming
know.
up?
We've done this joke too many times, Bobby. Ian doesn't
Okay.
like feet. He must really like feet.
I know.
It's
Well,
quality.
Haha, funny.
I think it's almost a law that like in every section there has to be like just a couple like sentences where we just like make fun of Ian.
Just to humble him.
I
As
mean,
the cool
that's
one,
not
he needs to not
That's
leave
fair.
us.
Like we can like people too, but like it's just it has to be everyone gangs up at Ian, even if it's just for like 30 seconds at like just one point in the podcast.
Damn.
fair. Do you guys see okay, I want to know you guys' thoughts on this because I mean I already have it staked out as but so Thor Bjornsson is I believe how you say his last name pulled 501 kilograms and some people are saying that it does count as a world record and some people are saying that it doesn't. And so I'm just going to kind of like break it down in terms of like why some people think that it does count and why some people think that it doesn't count. And so lots of people think that it does count is because there was a judge there and the plates were weighed beforehand. But why a lot of people think that it doesn't count is because his dad weighed the plates and he's very close friends with the judge. And I'm not necessarily saying that he did cheat, but I'm saying that there's a potential for him to cheat. And the previous standard for world records is that it had to be done in competition, and this wasn't obviously because there are no competitions with the coronavirus. He just pulled it in his own gym, and I personally think that that sets a very dangerous precedent for people to go into their own gym and basically cheat their way to world record. I'm not saying Thor cheated. I fully believe that he is capable of pulling 501, but the fact that those questions are there, I think makes it so the world record isn't.
Well, this
Okay. Well,
Bobby, you go. I got a separate tangent to go off of with this.
all right. Well, so I say
Hmm.
if 501 is the record, there was a judge there. Like, just because people think like, oh, they might be there. If it's, I'm gonna say you're innocent until you're proven guilty. So I'm gonna say it is a world record, and I would hope that people don't just try and go into their own gyms and cheat on a world record. And I don't think it would count unless there was the same circumstances. There was a judge there and the plates were weighed so that you couldn't really cheat. I think it's kind of like a cop out by people who just don't really like him to be like, oh, he probably cheated because his dad's friends with the judge.
Most
Yeah.
people are actually saying that he didn't cheat. They're just saying that if you count this as a world record, it sets a very dangerous precedent for people to be able to go into their own gyms. And like that whole event, because of the coronavirus, that whole event was funded and set up by his sponsors who have a vested interest in him doing well as, like I said before, he's close friends with the judge and his dad weighed the plates. So like I'm not saying that he did cheat. Like I said, I believe he's fully capable of pulling 501 kilograms, which is 1,104 pounds. But I think it sets a precedent for people to be able to set world records in their own gym.
Is this the guy who's gonna fight Paul?
Yes, it is.
All right, cool.
Well, on the subject of fighting and all that stuff, I remember. Do you remember the McGregor Mayweather boxing match?
Bro, I watched that live.
I think we did as well. Oh no, I think I watched it with my dad live at a Boston Pizza. But I remember
did
I
it
was
a
so cheesed because it was like they had boxing judges. And there's a famous boxer and a famous MMA fighter that's going into boxing to say, hey, this sport's kind of not as good as mine. I can just join, beat the best fighter at like currently fighting, and then just dip out. And he gave like Floyd Mayweather like the best fight he's ever had, but it had like a ref that was a boxing ref. So the second that kind of looked like he could have lost, the ref just called it. So I don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's why I think just with like refs and judges, it's so hard to have them truly be impartial.
That's true. It is very hard to have refs impartial, and we've talked about this before on the podcast, and I've actually since changed my stance because we know that like McGregor fought a very good fight. I think it was round 9 that they called it. I think is when the judge or ref
I don't quite
stopped it.
remember, but yeah.
I think round 9, which makes sense. McGregor's never had the best gas tank, and a boxing match, a title boxing match, 12 rounds is much longer than even a title MMA fight. And like, although McGregor is a phenomenal striker by MMA standards, there is really no way that McGregor could have ever won that fight because it's like I since we talked about this before, I like looked into Floyd Mayweather just because I find him like super interesting because he's like pretty much the boxing superstar of the past decade. He made like I think almost $1 billion last decade.
Yeah,
just from
man
fight.
goes off, yeah.
Yeah. But and like knowing what I know now about Floyd Mayweather, that fight went exactly how Floyd Mayweather. They set a date where they knew that Conor wasn't going to have a good gas tank, and like it's Floyd Mayweather who is probably without question the greatest defensive boxer of all time, and definitely in the conversation for greatest boxer of all time, and just no matter what you did, because McGregor doesn't have the takedown weapon and he doesn't have his legs, it's just fists. And I really don't think that there's any way that McGregor would have won that. It would have been so cool if he had shocked us all and caught him with
it
a
would have
left
been
and
so
knocked him
sick
out.
if he won.
Yeah,
like I feel like what most of the hype was about was just it would have been so fucking cool if he won.
Yeah, and like McGregor, he gets a lot of heat because he brings a lot of casualty to the sport of MMA. But I think that kind of like comparison there between boxing and MMA is not, it's not really even a comparison because objectively MMA is a better sport than boxing. Like you can say this one's more entertaining, but objectively MMA is better than boxing because the whole point, I don't know, I feel like every sport when it comes to a competition, it's kind of just a watered down version of a fight, but
yeah,
MMA actually is a fight.
Well, yeah, like I agree. Like that's why, like that's the whole point I think of getting into MMA is just because, like if you're doing football, it's like, oh well, I want to just beat you up, but you know to mitigate that, I'll throw a ball, and if you get it, then I can hit you really hard. It's like no, just punch each other. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. And on that note, before you go, Bobby, do you have something related to the subject, or are you trying to change?
Yeah, no, I was going to talk about MMA.
Okay, yeah, you go then.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think it's like really cool because like I don't really know a whole lot about it, but I've been like getting into like MMA and like boxing and different fighting sports and all that. I just think it's really cool. Like I remember watching that fight and not really knowing a whole lot about them. All I knew was like Floyd Mayweather was really rich and Conor McGregor was also just really rich, and they were boxing, and I think I knew a little bit more about McGregor, but like I think like the whole sport of MMA, like I actually enjoy boxing better, but that's because like more recently I watched the Fury Wilder fight and I really liked it, and like I kind of want to do boxing. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Like I like that whole sport is just badass.
Like that, I texted Spencer earlier.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Well, I was
just gonna say that I texted you.
Good.
I was gonna say I texted you earlier today, just saying that if MMA was around when Mike Tyson prime, he would have killed people.
Yeah, like I believe he has killed somebody in the boxing ring before, hasn't he?
I don't think so.
He bit off his ear.
He did. I knew he bit somebody's ear off.
Yeah.
That's I'm not into like the fighting scene like very much, but anyone knows about that.
Oh yeah. Like I feel like anyone who is even a little bit tuned into like Western culture knows who Mike Tyson is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
apparently he hasn't. I was wrong. He's never killed somebody, but apparently they're saying there's just been more reports coming out. Like even still, like they tested like how strong he can still hit, and his like the power of his fist is still strong enough to fully kill somebody if he hits him right on the head.
oh my
So
Yeah.
god,
Did
I
you
was thinking
That'd
we
be
I
could
think
pretty
I
trans.
was
epic. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be pretty.
bro.
I just won. If did you guys see that video of Floyd Mayweather hitting pads recently? I think I sent it into the group
Yeah,
chat.
Mads is
He is
beast.
still a killer at 53 years old.
Floyd Mayweather is 53.
No, Mike
Mike Tyson.
Tyson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said Floyd Mayweather.
So lads, um, there's a segment we tend to do. I thought it'd be fun to do it again, which is the movie segment. I feel like this could
Oh,
be
before we do that, just before
before we
we
do the
hit the
movie segment.
topics, I want to do Ian's Fight Corner predictions just because we were just talking about that. Because this weekend on Saturday is UFC 249 main event, Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. It's a tough one to call. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you guys know anything about it at all, like that card.
I can't even pronounce the card.
Okay, so I'll pull up the card here.
I'm saying Tony Ferguson because I've heard of him before.
I don't know either.
Let's see if I can find the card. Okay, so I'm just gonna go from the very last prelim and really only talk about the fights that I know something about. We have the very last prelim is Cowboy versus Pettis 2. This is the second time they fought. The first time they fought, Pettis caught Cowboy with like a kick to the liver, and pretty much the fight was over within the first round. I'm gonna say Pettis, not Pettis. I'm gonna say Cowboy just because he's on a 3 fight losing streak, and I think he knows that he can't afford to lose this one in order to keep his career alive, and he wants to do 50 fights. So I'm gonna go with Cowboy on that one. Ngannou versus Rosenstrike. Francis Ngannou is the scariest puncher that we've ever seen in MMA. Gotta go with him. Um, Cejudo versus Cruz. I hate Henry Cejudo because he's really annoying. And so I'm going to go Dominic Cruz, especially just because Dominic Cruz has that awkward movement element to him where you have a really, really hard time hitting him just because of the way he moves and the angles that he creates. It's really like from a striking standpoint, it's incredible to watch. And then Ferguson versus Gaethje. I My head says Ferguson just because he's on a 12-fight win streak. He's the guy who's supposed to challenge Khabib, but I think I'm going to go with Gaethje because Gaethje has that knockout power, and I know that he wants that interim title. He wants a shot at Khabib, and he and I Tony Ferguson has TKO power, I guess, just because he can cut you and then the doctor stops it. But Gaethje has knockout power, and in order to stop Gaethje from coming forward at you and swinging, you're gonna have to put him out. And I don't really see Tony Ferguson doing that. But yeah, Gaethje, and yeah, this is such a stacked card, and I'm so excited. And the boys, I wish honestly the boys should just get together. Screw Corona. Bobby, what's your question?
Okay, two things, both related to MMA. What is the
Okay.
difference between a knockout and a technical knockout?
Okay, a knockout is so it's like they're pretty much put in the same category, but a knockout is like in terms of like distinguishing them for your own purposes, a knockout is like they're out and they're out for a while. Like you like
So if you
so
just
like you're hmm?
so if you just like hit someone with a right and they just go down and and Joe Rogan goes, "It's all over." He's just-
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like knockouts are kind of, I would say the distinguishing factor is like if you hit somebody and they're out, and by the time the ref pulls you off, they're still out, like not moving. I'd say that's a knockout. A TKO is more like you've just been punched, you're still there, but you're not defending yourself at all. Like hands are down and you're just getting like absolutely wrapped.
Out of it.
Yeah, you haven't been put out, but like you're not
about to
with
be,
it.
and you're not doing good.
Yeah. So then the ref steps in, and it's called a technical knockout or a stoppage.
All right.
So now that we have that clarified, I feel like the lads, we should transition into. I'll do some screen sharing so that y'all can see.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, I gotta make sure I do this correctly. Can I? Okay. I got that going. So this is the film.
My.
Whoa.
Yo.
It's called Recip Avita 6.
I feel like I know that guy.
I don't know how you would possibly know that guy. This is this is what we're working with now, boys.
Okay, I got kind of like an idea. Can you make it bigger again? Did you make it?
Yeah, I can make it bigger. It just gets blurrier when it's bigger.
Do we know
I'm just wondering what time period is this? Just so I'm curious.
Time period? What do you mean? Like where this film takes
like
place?
when is the movie? Like what time period?
I don't fucking know. This is all I
Okay.
Is this
Okay.
Noah in the
I
film?
got this.
Okay.
All right. So this man, he like lives back in primordial time. Man's pulls up, has sex with a gorilla, becomes immortal. And I can see then because it was like a special like magical gorilla. Then so like man, you see man's got that hardcore unibrow. That's just a note that'll come into play later. Slowly over time, because he lives in primordial times, he gets a sick tan. Like he's got a ridiculous tan. And so by the end of the movie, he's not quite so white as he is in this picture. Basically, this movie is just about the chronicles of this man who eventually, because now that he's immortal, gets drafted by the New Orleans Pelicans into the NBA, and then eventually gets traded to the LA Lakers and is Anthony Davis.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, I was gonna say this is a cross between Crocodile Dundee and Rambo.
Oh my good lord.
Fuck.
My man just Rambo slaughters animals like for no reason. He's just bored and he just walks into the woods. It's like he'll just walk out and see a monkey and he'll just go like by the neck and it's just like done. That's the whole movie.
That's the whole movie. It's just this guy slaughtering animals.
Yeah, the border of the film is his kill list.
There's not a single word of dialogue in the whole thing. Like, I would ideally not have, like, a single, like, noise be made other than just, like, him walking and the animal, like,
Oh my god.
For 2 hours.
So I have a slightly different theory as to what this film is. So this man, so his name is obviously this man is Recip. I've dick.
Yeah. I've a dick.
Ha. So that's clearly this man's name. So here's what I'm thinking. So this is the 6th film. So other stuff has happened. I think the first 5 films is him slowly becoming the most attractive Eastern European man that's ever lived. And then in the 5th one, he becomes, Mr. Yugoslavia, the most attractive Slavic man that's ever lived. So then in the 6th film,
back Yugoslavia.
Exactly. In the 6th film, he's like, I've reached the pinnacle of anything that can be anything. I am Mr. Yugoslavia. There's no greater title. So then he thinks, well, there's this guy I've heard of named Joe Exotic, and he's got this really cool zoo, but he's only got tigers. I will one-up that and be the greatest Yugoslavian zoo owner that's ever lived. So the 6th film is about him starting his own zoo with the absolute wealth and power that he's gained But you see, the thing is that he learns to love by taking care of these animals. And, it sort of hints at the 7th film, which will be him, trying to find a nice Eastern European maiden to be able to tame that much hair.
No. All right.
Bro, you know that guy's got some out-of-control pubes.
As you can see...
If man falls over, it's like a tumbleweed rolling.
My headcanon is slightly different, because as you can see, this man is a hairy beast. So obviously he's hailing from, like, far Eastern Europe. Because there's no other men in the world
that
so
hairy.
This man actually originated from, like, I'm about to say, like, Ukraine. This man, he looks like a Ukraine guy. And he got that bowl cut, he's up with the fashion, obviously. And I just want to kind of build up upon Spencer's there a bit. And how this edition in the series, number 6, is actually the story of him rising to being Mr. Yugoslavia. And it's all about
it's a bit earlier.
Yeah, it's a bit earlier. It just is all documenting how he crushes his opponents in the most gruesome of ways.
Excellent.
And he has an entire zoo that accompanies him. That's his stage theme.
That's his stage team. I think for Bob, I think it would be so funny for Bobby's is just like that. Like he said, there's no, but all like the only audio that you can hear for the movie is like him moving around like in the jungle, so like twig snapping, and then also just like ooga booga, ooga booga. Ooga booga, and just that's the only thing that he says.
Just full of caveman savagery.
Yeah.
It's just a caveman going
honestly,
for a hunt.
Honestly, did that picture, like, the way he was looking at the camera, did that give anyone else the creeps? Like, that
Give me a
dude-
boner. Are you
Like
kidding
he
me?
He had murderous intent.
No, like, for some reason, I feel like that's something that, like, in, like, 3 weeks is gonna pop back into my head, and I'm gonna have a dream about it, and I'm gonna remember that.
But none of the face, only the menacing hair that is never ending. Because that in itself is a living life form that can chase you and will hunt you.
Bro,
You think it's just an entity, like, hitching around?
Oh yeah, like that man is not in control. Like you can see, like the unibrow and the beard looked very not real. Oh fuck, Caleb's down. I think like there's an alien that like hooked into his face. I made a new theory. Is that he's a warlock that made a deal with a demon that is the hair that made him Mr. Yugoslavia.
Bro, his hair is bulletproof.
Exactly.
Facts.
In the 8th movie, he becomes president of the world, and there is an assassination attempt, and he is shielded by his hair. It catches the bullet and throws it back.
It just bounces off and hits the dude who tried to shoot him, and he just looks at them, and he just keeps on driving.
That's terrifying.
He just keeps walking.
Dude, he just like takes the hit. That reminds me of like Venom. Dude, that literally is Venom. That's the infection.
He is Venom, but with Eastern European hair.
Yeah, but instead of it just being inside of him, it just takes the form of his hair until he needs it to transform, and he just becomes this terrifying beast.
Yo, what if he's Kirby? What if
Fuck.
what if he's
Suck
Kirby?
boy.
What if he's like in a car like JFK and someone shoots him, he turns and just bullet. And
He just has it like loaded in him.
And then he turns,
Dude, and then
like,
he can reload and fire it back, dude.
No, he turns into like Bullet Bob from Mario Kart and just. He just goes by the car and keeps on driving, and they're like, "Is everything all right, Mr. President?" And he's like, "Yes, yes."
Well, yes. I think that the idea of a Yugoslavian man turning into a bullet and then zooming down the streets, I think it's a great note to end the podcast on. Anything else anybody wants to get out before we finish her off, or you want to be done for tonight, lads?
I just want to say, I want to apologize for
being a Meninist.
For 19 years of my life, I hated country music But since playing GTA as well as convert country music enthusiasts, I have since turned over a new leaf, and some of the yeehaw music just slaps so good.
Same thing, bro. If you listen to Rebel Radio playing GTA 5 for more than 10 minutes, you will be humming along. Because Charlie
Exactly.
Feathers, Johnny Cash,
Yeah.
fucking bangers. Can't deny it. So you're
Bangers.
shouting out GTA
Bangers.
Rebel Radio. Is there anything?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
yes,
by
I
the way,
am.
I just
Okay,
bought
you know
the game.
what?
I have not even opened it yet. Lol.
Fantastic.
Ooh. Get it for PS4, then you can play with us.
No, I don't have a PS4. I'm not gay.
Well, get it.
There was so much content. This... What are you, fucking homosexual? You like
Yeah,
boys?
what are you, gay?
You're like boys? You didn't tell me?
Bad kid.
Wait, you're telling me every time we did it, you were actually gay?
Bro, I thought we were just playing. The fuck?
Alright, so I just want to say, here's my bit here, Caleb's Gamer Corner.
Ooh,
The Gamer Corner, and of course we got,
Oh, the
the
Halo.
part.
the Halo.
And as you
The
can
Halo
see,
graduation cap.
I want, yeah, the Halo graduation cap. What I'm going to talk about is some amazing news for Halo. There is more information on. We've seen leaks, and the developers have shown us what Halo 2 Anniversary is going to be looking like on the Master Chief Collection for PC, as well as a few sneak peeks for Halo 3. So, as of right now, I'm pretty sure you can pretty much play Halo 1 and Halo Reach totally fine, 60 frames per second. It's glorious. And we're getting some sneak peeks on Halo 3, as well as a lot of developments and showing us how the whole process is going while they're in quarantine.
Oh, Bobby,
So it's
Bobby has a
moving along
question,
pretty well.
Caleb.
No, I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Bobby, it is your go.
So I just wanted to say, screw that and screw you. I'm waiting for GTA 6.
Ooh.
Some angst.
Ooh.
Ending it on some angst. Well, thank you everybody
Yeah.
for watching. I appreciate everybody very much. Shout out the people that were avidly curious as to how
Also,
much we are
just
incels.
want to shout out, seeing as how we're ending the stream now, just want to shout out the last thing I see in chat right now, which is if you respond to our comments, I'll show you your first boobs ever. And that was sent like
No, they didn't say
ago.
they didn't say boobs. They said boobs singular.
Boob.
Oh,
And
just
that was sent
one.
like half an hour ago. No one ever replied to it.
Yeah, shockingly.
Bro,
Bobby's
look at
about
Bobby.
to nut.
Yeah.
Bobby must have made it so his screen's just me
Yeah.
again.
Shout out that.
Bobby's responding as fast as he can. But yeah, that is a good goof. Oh, so anyway, thanks
Whoa,
everybody for
Bobby
watching.
just died.
We might
Adios.
be doing GTA on the PS4 later because I got that set up.
We
but
will.
Really?
Yeah, we got it
will.
cracked.
This-
So yeah, later skaters and good night everybody.
Alright, bro, peace.